All right, welcome everybody back to a brand new episode of Manny Can. I'm Emmanuel Barrera, aka Manny, and today we have a great episode. I ever since I started podcasting, I wanted to interview athletes, whether it's professional, D1, former coaches, current coaches, and I have the opportunity today to have on the show someone who is in San Diego, born and raised in San Diego, and is playing at a D1 level at Miami. No, not Miami. Miami of Ohio and Oxford, Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you Michael McGibney. He played 3 years in high school and he was all league tight end and long snapper. Mikey, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you? Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. And you were saying earlier that you're back at home.
Yeah, I'm home for the holiday. Yep.
So first thing, how long has it been since you've been home?
I got home Friday night, and I've been in Ohio since mid-January.
January. Okay. So leading up to this Ohio, before we get started, what is one thing that Ohio doesn't have that you really miss that's right
Uh,
here home in San Diego?
I would definitely say around me at least, something that Ohio definitely lacks is definitely like good food, like a variety of food, a good selection. Like we don't have like, all the good chicken places, all the good like they definitely don't have good tacos and all that stuff, burritos and breakfast burritos. They definitely none of that.
Last week, well, not last week, but our last episode, I interviewed someone from the East Coast, New York, and we're
Okay.
talking about food. So he's like, "What's unique?" And he's like, "I like the the tacos here that New York may not have."
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I find unique living here in Southern California. We got the sources, we got the food.
Yep.
And I'm a big food guy when it comes to food. So I write that down in my notes next time I go visit Ohio to
All
be
right.
prepared. And to definitively know. No, so you're a D1 athlete. And I just want to know what the process was like when you were recruiting. I know you played baseball in high school.
Yeah. So for me, like all of high school, I thought I was gonna play baseball in college, and I like just kind of played football more as a little side, like more for fun. And then going into my senior year, um, I had a lot of fun with my team, and we started playing a lot of 7-on-7 tournaments, and we were doing really well. So that was kind of like what made me like flip over to football and focus more on that.
And what was unique, or what did you think about that spark that said, you know what? I'm going to Miami of Ohio.
So that was actually a really interesting process because the whole time during my senior season, I was set up to go to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, and what basically happened is I didn't get into the school, so I couldn't play football there. So I started reaching back out to coaches that like recruited me during my recruiting process, and one of the coaches hit me back and said, "Hey, like we have a spot for you if you want to come play here." And I was like, "Awesome." So I pretty much just decided I was going to go there and play football and keep living my dream, and basically just worked out. Now I'm at Ohio.
Obviously, with COVID, for us, when we were seniors, like everything closed. And then I
Yeah,
remember the NCAA saying, okay, we're going to have sports, but then in like September, they're like, okay, all sports are canceled. And then they go
yeah,
back to a 6 league game. Obviously, when you are a freshman and you go to a brand new campus, especially when it's almost across where you're from,
yeah.
you get that welcome experience. And with COVID, a lot of facilities being closed, how was it your transition?
It was definitely hard because so my school we canceled our season on my flight out to move into my dorm, so it was really tough. I got a text from coach. He was like, "Hey, we're canceling the season." I was like, "All right, I'm on my flight right now, but okay." So I fly out there. I got to see the school for the first time, which was really nice. And then I actually ended up living with one of my teammates for a month and his family up
So
in
you
yeah.
said you've never seen the school. That was your first time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's funny because same thing happened for me, but for high school, I was set to
Oh,
go
really?
to this local high school, but then I wanted to break the barrier, the family chain, and I went to a new high school. Never been to it. I've been to it once before I decided, you know what, I'm going here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's amazing and crazy how things work.
Yeah.
Now you live with a teammate. So was it? Did you guys cancel your season indefinitely and played in the spring like some other schools, or it was just
Uh,
canceled?
we ended up playing when Ohio State announced that they were going to have a season and just play in conference games. We announced that we were going to do that too, but we only ended up playing 3 games out of the 6 that were scheduled.
And then did you redshirt your freshman year, or
So as a walk-on, actually, my school decided that the university didn't want to pay for our COVID tests, so we actually all the walk-ons we couldn't do anything, so we just had to work out on our own and just watch the games on our TVs in our dorms.
yeah? Because I was gonna ask you. I was doing a little research, and I did not see you on the roster.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
probably why. But so you're a walk on, so you're probably gonna get your tryout this coming season.
yeah.
And how did you mentally prepare with school and having to work out on your own? Because I assume you have to be enrolled in a full as a full time student.
Yeah, yeah, it was definitely a difficult process. Just like seeing all, because I live with all the football players in our like dorm, so it's definitely like hard to see them go like down to practice and get ready for their games, and I'm just sitting at the dorm thinking what am I doing? So I ended up just working out every day with a couple other teammates that were walk-ons, and it was a lot of fun, and we'd study together. We had a lot of the same classes, which is really nice. So it made it a lot easier.
And then who is someone or a group of people that you want to say thanks to them, they helped me through the process or through the events, like you mentioned your teammates, any
Yeah.
other people?
I definitely say my parents, and then my tight end coach at high school, my head coach, and Todd Durkin. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard of them.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what how did they help you?
I would definitely say my tight end coach made me realize that I wanted to play college football, and he definitely prepared me for that. My head coach helped me a lot in the recruiting process also, and Todd just gives me my overall mindset every day, just to be the best person I can be and get after it every single day.
All right. So your day, I was gonna ask how your day looks like, but you said you studied and practiced on your own.
Yeah, so that was last semester. This semester, like I'm all like we're practicing and everything. We're in the middle of spring camp right now. So right now we have to wake up at 6 a.m. for COVID testing, and we get COVID tested, and then we go to a meeting for about an hour. I get back to my room around 8, and then I have 3 classes that go till 1 o'clock, and then I have to go back down to the facility for either a lift or a full padded practice. Then I get home, do homework, eat, all that stuff.
And you're taking business analytics, right?
Yep.
I bet that's a lot of math with
Yeah.
football in it. How do you manage that?
It's definitely hard, but you kind of just need to find like any little time that you get. You kind of just need to work on your homework and all that stuff because there's like gaps between classes, like 30 minutes. So I just try to do as much as I can between classes and all that stuff.
And some people, well, mainly the younger audience that want to participate in sports, they don't realize that outside of being a student athlete, your academics matter, and you
Right.
got to find the perfect balance. That's something I always tell when I would help out at my high school.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely say academics come first because, I mean, one bad play and your career could be over as an athlete. So it's always good to focus on academics and be ready for the real world.
So, so moving forward, well, before I ask this question, what is an advice you can give a high school student or even middle schooler who's thinking about playing D1 or who wants to start the recruiting process, like what is something you can like tell them?
In the recruiting process, if you're not getting reached out to, means that you got to reach out to the coaches. You can't be afraid to talk to them and put your name out there because they're looking for guys and sometimes they're hard to find. I would definitely say just hit up as many coaches as you can find like emails for. Um, and I would say definitely if you want to play a college sport, um, be ready to have good time management skills because and be disciplined also with your time because it's a big deal. It's definitely hard to manage your time.
And outside of football, what is some of the things that you enjoy doing or you do?
I love going to the beach. There's no beaches in Ohio, so that's definitely something I miss
I
out.
I would imagine that
Yeah,
places like that, don't they have like lakes or something?
there's a lake, but it's about a 30-minute drive away, and I don't have a car, so can't really go.
So you're at Ohio. You went, season got canceled in your flight. No car. There's no good food, and there's no beach. So you're just happy you're here right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
it snowed. It was snowing the day I was leaving. It was crazy.
so it's snowing right now.
I don't know if
Or
it's snowing right now, but it snowed a little bit the day of my last practice.
so it was snowing late
Yeah,
in March.
yeah,
Wow. I'm just happy you're back home. Well, at least for the remainder of the time you're staying at.
yeah,
No, I don't know if I could. I mean, I could say I want to leave California,
yeah,
but then after hearing and seeing other places like that, I
yeah.
don't know if I'm motivated.
It's definitely not the same. It definitely has some good stuff. You experience all four seasons. You get to see the snow. You get to see the leaves change colors, which is really pretty.
So what is one thing you enjoyed then? Since I feel like we're looking at the negatives, one
Yeah,
thing that you enjoy of going out at home. Like
I
for
mean,
me,
it was a whole new experience having to like make new friends who I really have nothing in common with because I meet all of them. A lot of them are from the Midwest area, so they kind of have a lot of common. And here I am, just a San Diego kid. They're like, "What are you doing here? Like, come on, man! Like, you're from like California. That's one of the best places on earth." I was like, I mean, yeah, like I'm here to get my degree and play football, which is something I love doing, and this gave me the opportunity. So
so you go, you're a kid that's used to going to sunglasses, tank top, shirtless
yeah,
at the beach, going to the Midwest, whole new environment. For
yeah,
me, when I look at it, someone, even if I just go to a school that's an hour or 30 minutes away from home, I I would say it's more like getting your
yeah,
because you gotta like advocate for yourself.
yeah.
It's a whole new world. You don't have your parents with you to help you
Yeah,
out,
hold
and
your
that
hand.
that that would be a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
And then from your parents' point of view, obviously they are always going to be worried for their children. Do you like contact your parents or did they visit you?
So I pretty much text both of them every day. I call them both once a week, or I make an effort to. And then my dad actually came out in the beginning of March, so we got to spend a weekend together, go out and get some good food. And then my mom and my two of my cousins came out last weekend, so I got to see them, show them around. We had a really fun time.
Yeah, it's funny when so like right now we're like the young adults becoming adults,
Yep.
and when you said I go and show them around, yeah, because I would have never thought this, they when they said that school was canceled and everything, it went fast.
Yeah, it
It
did.
really did. It's like literally April 4th as of now,
Yep.
and we're headed. I have like 8 weeks left of school. I'm gonna finish my first year of
Okay.
community college.
Yep.
And then by next year, I'm gonna be applying again to a 4-year university.
Okay.
So that's my like educational goal right now.
Okay. Where are you looking to go?
So I want to stay Southern California. So I'm a,
Right.
I'm a jour- I'm a journalist major,
Okay.
right? So I'm looking between San Diego State
Okay.
or somewhere in the LA area,
Okay.
because it'd be interesting to write. if
Yeah.
you were in LA, you
Yeah.
got both two NFL teams. It would have been funner if the Chargers were still in San
Yeah.
Diego,
Seriously. Yeah.
but they're up there. Speaking of the Chargers, I know we might get a little bit off topic, but that's the point of a podcast. Uh, you still root for them?
I sure do. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. So
Yeah.
earlier this week, they released that the team was they're wanting a petition to sell. What's your viewpoint of that as a fan?
Oh, what was that? Oh, they're gonna sell. Is that what you're saying?
So there's three siblings, right?
Oh
There's
yeah, the
Dean,
Thanos family, right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and then one of them they wanted to sell like their share or the whole team.
Yeah. Uh,
Wh-
I mean, hearing the stuff I've heard about the Spanos family, the owners, I mean, they're the ones that took the Chargers out of San Diego, so I wouldn't be too upset if they decided to sell the team. Um, I heard that Jeff Bezos has a big interest in buying the team, and Joe Rogan actually as well.
Yeah, what's it called? So in my family, you could say I'm like the biggest fan, right? I got a text
Yeah.
from my cousins. They're like, hey, why don't you buy the team? I'm like, yeah, I don't have billions laying around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. But if and then they're all telling me they're probably gonna come back. I'm like, yeah, but they have to wait another 15 years.
Yeah.
When there's a relocation, it's 20, unless somehow they work out with the NFL. But it's interesting because I had the same thinking. Well, the Spanos did take them away and kind of have that like
Yeah.
love hate relationship for the
Yeah. I know
team.
what you mean.
Like I love the team, but the owners, man, I
Yeah.
don't want to say too much because what if they start watching this? You know what I mean? Yeah, no, but outside of that, I wonder. I hope our new owner takes this team and continues to do great things. They got
Yeah.
a young quarterback, a young
Yeah.
team, talented team. They got to do something.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing because I'm pretty sure they just got Chase Daniel right as a
Yeah, as a
yeah.
backup.
Yeah, he actually so he works a lot with Todd Durkin and Drew Brees down in San Diego. So I'm looking forward to seeing how him and Herbert work together and kind of mentors him and see how that goes.
Yeah, that should be interesting. So when I saw Herbert's like first snap before
Yeah.
watching the game, I immediately bought his jersey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have it right
Awesome.
here. I bought because I initially got Joey Boza as a birthday gift
Yeah,
for
I have
myself.
those too. Yeah.
The powder blue one,
Yep.
and then I thought Herbert's. I was debating whether to get Herbert's when he got drafted because we weren't
Yeah.
sure if he was going to start at the time.
Right.
And when I saw him in the center, like everyone else, shocked. I went online. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it right now.
Yeah.
Don't care how this it goes. I
Yeah.
bought it. You see, the season goes by, rookie of the year. I hope that jersey becomes a fortune by the time the years pass by.
Yep. Yeah. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, he's fun. Now we gotta get on topic. It was
Yep.
fun talking about the Chargers. We left off of uh being independent. Um, I'm all out. I can't think of anything right now. The Charger
Okay.
topic took over. Is there anything you want to share, or you can ask me even more?
I was gonna my question that you told me to plan a question. It was actually gonna be what's your favorite NFL team, but we just went over that.
Which is why we did a whole topic about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I funny story. I tell it a lot, but I like saying it. I wasn't a Charger fan, so I was always like a Charger fan because they would buy me the jerseys,
Yeah.
but I didn't pay attention to the sport and became an expert till like the sixth grade
Okay.
because my family would always root for them,
Yeah.
and then out of nowhere they moved to LA.
Yeah.
Everyone left them, right? Everyone like my family, like, yeah, I'm not rooting for them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys can't do that. Why? I'm like, they didn't leave out of state. But I mean,
Yeah.
I was still like mad and sad that they left. But
Yeah.
that's how I became a fan. How about you?
So I didn't really start watching until like freshman year of high school when I started actually playing football. So I didn't really pay too much attention. I'd go to games every once in a while, but never really knew any of the players' names or how they were doing like in the seasons. So that really started freshman year, I'd say. Kind of just
And
sparked
then,
my interest in the NFL. Yeah.
yeah, and then you knew who they were, obviously, because one freshman year they hit the news because San Diego moved,
Yep.
the Chargers moved, and they were local. That's nice. I mean, I want to. Hopefully, they're planning. They're saying that they might allow fans,
Yeah.
so
That'd
hopefully I
be
can go
awesome.
to at least one or two games, especially now that it expanded to 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and then I'm all out.
All right.
I, I had a I had a list. It pretty much covered everything. You
Okay.
know, you mentioned COVID impacted. You had to do your own separate workouts.
Yep.
And then we talked about the process and your decision. And then you mentioned the people that helped you out through your journey. Now, is there anything the guests or viewers should be on the lookout for or where they can find you?
My social media, it's all Mikey McGib. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all that stuff. It's just all the same, Mikey McGib. And then I would definitely say like another piece of advice is don't rush to grow up. Enjoy the time that you have as a kid because definitely flies by and you definitely miss it. Um, like just the days of getting driven around by my parents, like even just like the car rides and all that stuff. I miss that. Um, just don't rush to grow up.
I can agree with that a lot.
Yeah,
It's I yeah, I can't even remember my child. Well, I mean, I could remember my childhood, but
yeah,
when you were young, I miss those things. It's been a while since I've been at a park. I remember going to a park every day when I was a child.
yeah,
And when I got older, everything took over.
yeah,
School, video games. I do miss those fun moments.
yeah. I mean, not a worry in the world. You just wake up, go to school, get to see your friends. It's all
Yeah,
it used to be.
I remember elementary and middle school, even some part of high school. You'd
Yeah,
go, mainly elementary, you'd wake up, go, you go to school, yeah, but then the best part was recess and lunch.
yeah,
Now you got older, you wake up, oh, I got a midterm, or oh, I got to do this assignment by this time.
yeah,
All right, Mikey, thank you for coming, taking the time out of your day.
yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
Hopefully we get to see you on Saturdays this upcoming season.
Yep.
And then what number, or you don't know yet, you'll be using
I'm number 86.
86. I'll be on looking on that on the Red Hawks, correct?
Yep.
All right. And then conference, I'm not familiar with the conference you
Uh,
guys are in.
it's the Mid American Conference.
Okay, yes. So all right. I'll be looking at that on Saturdays. Red Hawks number 86 on the field.
Yep.
Michael McGibney. Thank you for coming along.
Yep. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem.